Now, what in the Carnival is going on here? We have an issue. Carnival has made some changes to a dining option on board, and Carnival folk are not happy about it. The very important fun people, the carnies, they are having an absolute fit. So we're going to talk about what's going on because personally, I don't think it's a really big deal. I think Carnival is just doing what they have to do. However, before we get started, guys, I have a very large cruise ship I need to address in the room. I'll make this quick before we get into the main topic of discussion. When you get into social media, it is completely understandable and it's not out of the realm of possibility that you are naturally going to be subject to criticism and scrutiny. There are people out there that don't like me because I try my best to be as objective as possible and not go too far in favor of the cruise lines, not go too far in the terms of bashing, at least in my personal perspective. But the problem is people are typically asking, hey, why are you always talking about Carnival so much? Why, whenever you make a video about Carnival, then you always put Carnival in the title, but if you make one about celebrity, like that tragic incident we had the other day, I don't put celebrity in the title. Look, first of all, when it comes to cruising, you gotta understand cruising is a sub-niche of travel. It is a very intimate niche in this realm. There are people out there that absolutely love their cruise line, the carnies and the loyal to royals. I would argue that some of these people would die for their cruise line if they could. I get it, cruising is great. However, just to break it down for you guys, and we all know this, Carnival is known for having interesting, funny, amazing topics that never seem to end. There is always something going on. Carnival is one of the largest cruise lines in the entire world. The Carnival Corporation is the largest cruising company in the entire world. And me being an American, naturally I have an American base of audience, so it wouldn't make sense to really talk about the other lines. NCL is relatively quiet. Trust me, I know. I used to work for them, and I have a lot of friends that are still working for them to this day. Royal Caribbean, they got a great PR team, man. They keep their nose clean, or at least they seem like they do. So there's never really much to talk about Royal Caribbean other than the amazing marketing they're doing, like the push for Icon of the Seas and the ship selling out. MSC, well, I'm not going to go too far with the Mafia shipping company. I feel like if I talk about them too much, I'm going to get taken away somewhere or end up sleeping with the fishes. I don't want to do it. So Carnival is just simply the way to go. And if you guys are mad about that, well, I honestly don't know what to tell you. If you want me to get nerdy too, if you guys have seen how social media works these days, especially with the implementation of short form content like TikTok, let me put on my nerd glasses here. You see, the way it all works is very simple. There's something called SEO, search engine optimization. If I put in royal, it's going to come up with like kings and queens. It's not really going to register too much. Royal Caribbean, sure, but like I said, there's not much going on with them. When it comes to celebrity, they're going to might be show celebrities. It's going to get put into this weird algorithm, the system's computer between Google and YouTube. It just doesn't work well. Carnival, on the other hand, has proven you can look up the research if you want. You type in Carnival, the cruise line shows up. So it only makes sense, should something happen with Carnival, myself and every other content creator, if you guys haven't noticed, jumps on it almost immediately because we know damn well it's going to get views. I'll make this last point because I really want to dive into today's topic. 4 million people watching my YouTube channel consistently every single month. I think it is understandable that not everybody is going to love every single thing that I say or do here on this channel. I'm doing it all by myself. I am the producer, I am the writer, I am the all decision maker when it comes to my business here. And for me to try to please everybody is simply impossible. People say I'm a cruise hater on one end, some people say I'm sucking up to the cruise line. However, I try to be as objective as possible. If I went too far on the end of only talking about the good things and not doing a thorough review, you guys would then say I'm sucking up to the cruise line. However, that would also generate more money for me. It would really appease the masses, and well, my channel would grow. Keep in mind that I also pay literally tens of thousands of dollars of my own hard-earned money to go on cruises at least once a month. That way I can get some presentable information and put these videos up for all of you. So I would say in some degree that is showing support for the industry. My sponsors, I know somebody's going to bring that up, they account for less than 30% of my cruises overall that I take each year. But that's all I got to say, guys. Let's go ahead and get to the video, and of course, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. So here's the talk of the Carnival town. We got a restaurant known as Shebang. This is the Mexican-Chinese restaurant on board Carnival's newer ships, in particular with the XL class. We are talking about specifically the Carnival Mardi Gras, where this situation is taking place. Carnival has recently announced that whenever you go to Shebang, because this was originally a complimentary option among many on board that ship, then now they are going to start charging you after your second dining dish. meaning you can go there, it's still going to be complimentary. However, if you want a second entree, then you're going to be charged $8 moving forward, and people are not happy about that. Carnival's ambassador John Held said that this was done because they want to give everyone an opportunity to be able to experience shebang on board the Carnival Mardi Gras, because since that restaurant has gained a lot of popularity, I remember when I first went there, that was actually my first cruise, by the way, as a passenger, the Carnival Mardi Gras. A lot of sentimental values, why it's probably my favorite ship. Over in that restaurant, there were a lot of people gathering there. The food is quite nice, especially for it to be complimentary. And what happens is when it's free, you got people constantly going there regularly trying to eat food, and there is a possibility if you're in a full ship or full sailing, then you're not going to maybe get the opportunity to go in there, or limited, or that whole restaurant just might kind of be swamped. So I do understand on that fact. However, there are people, like I said, I checked on a lot of the Reddit forums and the Facebook groups regarding the matter. The first thing I saw, actually, was a guy that said the food there wasn't that good anyway. If that isn't the most petty comment I have ever seen, man, I don't know what to say about that. I would say that it is justified, considering where we are in the world and in the U.S. financially. Some people would argue that we're in a recession. Some people would argue that we're not. Some people would say that, financially, things are a little wonky right now. And I don't think that that is an argument. So for Carnival to make this kind of decision, yes, maybe it'll put a little bit of money in their pocket, or rather maybe save a little bit, and it'll probably help out things a little bit on board, seeing as how we all know, as me that cruises a lot, I waste food, you waste food, everybody wastes food. I do my best to alleviate that by only putting on my plate what I'm absolutely going to eat. However, sometimes we kind of miscalculate on the servings, and well, we all know how that goes. Now, of course, on board the Mardi Gras as well as other Carnival ships, you do have plenty of complimentary eating options that are quite good. You have Shaq's Big Chicken, you have the Blue Iguana, you have Pig and Anchor, you have Guy's Burgers. There's so many options, and if you don't want to pay, well, there's also the buffet, and I would argue on Carnival their buffet is but Guy's Burger alone to me makes up for it. Shaq's Big Chicken, you include all that in there. Well, I would say overall, even with this change now, you've got yourself a pretty good deal. But I believe that a lot of people are maybe worried that this is going to be infectious and spread to the other complimentary dining options. They may say, well, you know what, 2 Guy's Burgers, and after that, they're going to cut you off for the day. Otherwise, you're going to pay an extra $5 per burger. Maybe they're looking at it from that perspective. If you order another set of tenders from Shaq's Big Chicken, then maybe you're going to pay an extra $3, and it's going to just start adding up, and next thing you know, people start feeling that they're going to be nickeled and dimed the whole way on Carnival cruises moving forward. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's not happening now, but I would argue that maybe in the minds of some people, that is a legitimate concern that they are potentially having. Honestly, for me, I would just say that it is what it is. I will, of course, be on the Carnival Jubilee in December for the maiden voyage. I'm excited. I can't wait. I don't have any other Carnival cruises set right now. However, I am trying to get on the Elation. I'm trying to get on a couple other ships after this whole little run. I got about 5 cruises I got to go knock out starting tomorrow. Also, look at the time. I got to get out of here. I have to head to the airport, head to Miami. I'll be on the NCL Joy tomorrow. But of course, when it comes to this little kerfuffle here, this issue, this conundrum, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as usual, guys. Hit the like button on your way out. Know as usual, I love and appreciate every single one of you. And of course, go subscribe to my other channel, Jay the Nomad. I will be putting up vlogs starting tomorrow on that channel for my time on the NCL Joy. When I go to Mexico right after that, when I go over to Europe, I'm going to Greece, I'm going to Spain, and then I'm going to Carnival's new ship, Luminosa, in June on over to Alaska, and then the Venezia, I think it's like a week after that, out of New York City to Bermuda. Busy schedule. So of course, guys, go subscribe to both my channels, and I love you. I'll see all of you later. Take it easy.